I can feel your energy when you're looking back at me. Through the crowd I see your eyes, they're like stars beneath the sky. Can we call upon our friends and dance until the end? Can we stay right here forever? 'Cause we're finally all together. You're supposed to feel hopeless when you're surrounded. For me, it stops the hypnosis. My feet are finally grounded with you. You're supposed to feel hopeless when you're surrounded. For me, it stops the hypnosis. My feet are finally grounded with you. I can feel your energy when you're looking back at me. Through the crowd I see your eyes, they're like stars beneath the sky. Can we call upon
Podcast, where anything goes. I'll have you know.
Yo, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, assholes and cunts alike, welcome back into a new stream podcast of I'll Have You Know with me, Sailor Kev, and the man over there, the Gorman. Hello, Jason.
Hey, guys.
How you doing?
Been better. Been a shitty week.
Dude, I feel like fucking shit, man, but I'm still here. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like shit. It's been a harsh weekend and it's been a harsh week, but
I genuinely think I've got COVID, mate, to be honest.
Yeah,
I think I'm dying.
You can't do that. I can't run this shit myself.
Well, I don't know. You're pretty enough, mate, so you'll be all right.
I do try.
So what's the score? What are we doing today then, Jace? Explain to the fucking beautiful people out there.
Well, tonight I think it's all about brotherhood, friendship. We kind of came up with a wee thing. We're going to put down some topics every week. At the end of the stream, we'll tell you what we're going to do next week. Just going to get aside, but we've got quite a few good topics on the go, and we thought this one is a little bit more for us. It's about me and Kev, really, about how our experiences on friendship and brotherhood. Everybody else has different aspects of it, but yeah, ours is, I don't know, it's a little there. Man, I love the fucker, you know.
No, hey, I love you back, man. I love you back. Don't worry. It's just very, really, like, I think the thing with like brotherhood and stuff like that, it's weird how a connection can be made just through like even a couple of days. Do you know what I mean? Like you start getting a feel of somebody and you get to know him, you speak to him, and you're kind of like, all right, this cunt's all right, and stuff like that. And then it kind of builds off there. And it's like, eventually you realize that you're spending more time talking to somebody after a few days than you do to your close friends and family, you know. And it's insane, man. It's really cool.
That's how we happened, to be fair. That was us.
Yeah, 100%. And it literally, the crazy thing, like between obviously we met through COVID and through playing Xbox and Call of Duty and stuff like that, and just like literally grew from there to a point where, like you say, we may not be fucking blood, but I definitely 100% treat you as a brother. 100%, mate.
Absolutely. I mean, I live here at the top of Scotland. You're down the very bottom of England. We've met once, and honestly, I don't think there's a day that goes by without us either checking up on each other or pretty much just phoning up to tell each other that you're a cunt, you know?
Well, no, that's it. And it's just the crazy thing is, it is that quick as well. It's just how it fucking happened. You know, I never expected to start playing Call of Duty and to meet a best friend through that. But you know, I see a lot of things on like Twitch and stuff where people are meeting up playing games and they never meet each other for 10 years. Do you know what I mean? But they're the best of friends, man. And I think that's fucking awesome. I genuinely think it's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
And it also kind of like proves that, you know, you don't have to be in each other's pockets to be friends. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to like see each other every day. You don't have to be in close contact with somebody. And obviously with COVID, that we couldn't fucking do that. It blatantly couldn't do that. And
I think over the COVID period, quite a few people probably lost touch with people that they knew before COVID. You know, friendships could have been destroyed with that shit. Friendships could have been tested through the COVID idea.
Yeah.
We kind of stuck by it and we maintained it pretty fucking well. Enough to forge an alliance and forge a brotherhood and then come out on doing a podcast together, you know?
It's crazy to think, I genuinely don't think that we would have met if it wasn't for COVID. I know that sounds really fucking weird, but because I wouldn't have been playing COD, I wouldn't have been on as much as I did.
I 100%. Had a different aspect on it. It wasn't COVID while I was on COD. For me, it was, I won't get into it too much, but various situations pushed it down the line where we actually just met for the first time, and then that was it. We had each other's back from then. I mean, you know a lot of the issues I have. I know your issues. Yeah, we help each other, but yeah, I don't think it was COVID for me. Definitely wasn't.
Nah. Hey, Hal's in as well. Hey, how are you doing, buddy? Welcome in.
Macroft.
I don't know who that first message. Who's that? Fucking Lovebirds. Who wrote that? Can you
Don't
see
know.
that one? I can see it on the screen, but I can't see it on the actual chat. But yeah,
That'll
man.
be Stretch.
Fucking prick.
Yeah,
Just
so yeah, you got strong bonds of friendship with people, but you have strong brotherhood with them as well. Like, a lot of people, when you say a brotherhood, people think of it as like a cult or a
Yeah.
motorcycle gang or something that's loosely related to ride or die or something. And sometimes it is ride or die.
Yeah.
I find myself, I have your back 100%, and we do shit, we go for shit, you know, we do what we need to do. But there's some friendships where some people won't cross that line. They
Yeah.
kind of maintain the line and just think, well, this is a content friendship. This is what I want to be. But we don't. We are 100% out there, you know.
Yeah. Who's writing there? Because it's not showing. I'm seeing Stretch, but I can't see who else. Who else is
It's
writing?
Stretch and Rockcroft.
Oh, right. Okay. But like I said, I genuinely don't think it would have happened, because if I was working full time, I wouldn't have been playing COD. If I didn't have my marriage breakdown, I wouldn't have been playing COD as much. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, it's little things in life that, you know, some things happen for a fucking reason. And in a way, I can say to fucking COVID, thank you for bringing a friend back close to me, because, oh, it's Alice. Can't. Yeah, so I could definitely say, in a way, thank you, COVID, for fucking bringing somebody so close to me, man.
For
Without
me,
a shadow of a doubt.
it was. I mean, you know, my lifestyle that I had growing up and the lifestyle that I created. Everything. I went 100% legit and had to restart 100% again. I restarted. I'm still starting up even to this day, and it's been a year now that we've known each other.
Yeah, it's been a year. Like,
yeah. So for that, it kind of pushed me out in different directions that led me to that one game where we were in the same squad.
Yeah, it's just insane. Obviously, we're not going to talk about how we got into it, but it's
No.
it's still like, although that's gone and been and gone for me, it's like still a thank you out there for that situation, if you get what I mean.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Yeah.
You know, it's a good thing, and it's a strong bond, man. It's crazy how you can fucking connect with somebody so easily, and I think a lot of people do. Like, my circle in my lifestyle is very, very small. I've got a lot of people I know, and people know me, and it's huge. Like, I'm not being fucking big-headed, but a lot of people where I live know who I am, but they're not all my friends. They're not all my, you know, I would, there's a lot of people out there I'd do anything for, because that's the kind of person I am, but my circle's still very small. It's very, like, especially with my social anxiety skills and stuff like that, I really find it hard and difficult to actually go out and socialize and be around people. But people look at me and think, like, especially working in a tattoo studio, they look at me and think, fucking hell, you know, how can you be antisocial? How can you be, because I'm so fucking open and blah 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 blah, you know, all the time. But when I'm in somewhere that's really comfortable for me, I can do that. And like, even over online here, I'm in my room, I'm comfortable, nobody can come in and harass me, but I can feel comfortable, so I can talk. Do you know what I mean? But if I'm put in a situation where there's 20, 30 people around me, I do go into a little bit of a fucking meltdown. Do you know what I mean? I can't cope with it. So the thought of going out and socializing now really doesn't appeal to me one bit in the slightest.
Socializing for me, it's never really been an issue. I'm an aggressive guy, and people don't really like conflict as much as I do. But I mean, I knew a lot of people where I was before coming here. Up and down the country, I know a lot of people, not for online gaming or anything like that. Mainly, it's from other aspects of a life that I previously lived. So it's I knew a lot of people, but it's not people that I would sit with or relax with.
That's exactly what I mean. You know? That's exactly what it's like, a passing in the street. All right, mate, how you doing? Do you know what I mean? That kind of style. And you know who they are.
What I did, and some of the things that I've done. So it's like, great, you know me. You'll chat with me. You'll buy me a beer if you see me out in the pub, but it's not really someone I want to be around. You know, at least
that's where it stops.
Yeah, exactly. Me and you, we do everything. We play Xbox together. We chat shit together. You know, it's great.
Pretty much fucking cry together sometimes, dude. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Yeah.
I ain't afraid to admit that you know, we've both fucking literally shut down on each other in certain aspects, and it's like, It's but then that goes back to the whole point of this fucking, you know, the brotherhood and friendship thing is that, like I said, we are so fucking distant from each other. You know, we're not okay. We're not around, like, say from you to Alice, say, you know, but we are a big fucking distance from each other, but it's still there. Do you get what I mean? And again, it's not in your pocket. It's not like we're fucking in close contact. It's still, everything's done over this or it's done over the phone and stuff like that. But it's crazy, man, to think about it. It's really weird. And that time we met was literally what, 3 hours we had together?
I think it was, yeah. It was about 3 hours when we first met, and then we had I think the next game day, because I was actually on my sister's account on Xbox at the time, because my Xbox was still in storage. I think we played maybe 3 hours for the first time. The second time it was I think it was half the night.
Yeah.
And then a week later, passed. I wasn't on at all in that week. I finally got my Xbox back. I logged it up and we progressed it.
Yeah, man, it's fucking insane. But like I say, it's such a weird thing to. Even like people in the chat and stuff like that. You know, I love all these guys that are in the chat. You know, some of the majority of you guys I've never met, but it's still like that close bond thing, man. And I appreciate everybody who comes in and says hi as well. It's fucking insane. And obviously, like, even playing through Xbox, like even like going through Twitch and stuff like that, and you met Alice through my Twitch at the end of the day, and it was, you know, look how far you've come across now with that, and it's just like it's like life is set out for you in different ways, and it's you know, the friendship barrier has, like, our friendship has grown something else for you. Do you know what I mean? And that's how you got to look at certain things. It's insane, really.
I don't think they're, like I said before about friendships. Most people like to stay within a circle or within a radius or within that line, but for us, I think there is no line. I'd cross multiple lines. That means having your back and getting to where you need to be, you know?
Yeah, same. Even though you're a fucker and you won't fucking talk to me sometimes about things.
I talk now and again. But you're just the same. You're just the same. We're both quite stubborn, and we bounce off each other. We fuck each other up a lot, and that's the best thing about it.
It is, mate. But I think the hardest thing is we've both got each other's fucking backs so much that we're more worried about the other person than we are ourselves. So we're like, oh, I can't explain what's going on with me because I need to know if you're okay. And then we don't talk about things because of that. And it's like, and then we start like not necessarily arguing. I think I was telling you off on the last week before we started this one, and it was like literally just before we went live. But it wasn't like a fucking you're a cunt kind of thing. It was that loving brother thing. Like, look, you're fucking pissing me off. I love you, and I don't want to see you go downhill. And it's like, and it's just that's the cool thing about it is it's not a telling off like you're a cunt, I hate you and stuff like that. It's fucking I want you to be here and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying you fucking tried anything like that, but what I'm saying,
the amount of times I fucking lashed at you for holding back, or the amount of obviously there's the age gap, but we often find each other messaging each other for advice or for
100%, mate,
for opinions and shit like that. And you know what, we have different views on a lot of different things, and either way it always works. It's a full circle. It always works.
That is basically how the whole fucking idea of this came along, is that we've got different views and we're not afraid to actually argue with each other about it either. And it's like, if I can believe something that you're saying, then I think that's a good thing. You know what I mean? It's not like you're making me believe that. It's my opinion at the end of the day. So but what was I going to say? But also we're so close, but we've also got so many different views on things, like you say, like, but I'm a very fucking reserved kind of, a lot of people would say a gentleman in certain aspects, whereas you're quite off the fucking rails. Like, you know, you say it how it is and stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not afraid to say anything, and I never have been, but I've got like I can switch little things off if I need to, whereas you're like, nah, mate, this is it and this is how it does it. And I like that in a way, but also I'm quite a fucking shy person in certain aspects of life and stuff like that, and I don't know how to advance in certain things, and it's like getting that little bit of advice off you really fucking helps. Sometimes not for the best, but sometimes it's there, and it's like, okay, I can see where you're coming from, and you know,
the majority of the time it works. It does.
It does, and it doesn't.
True.
but it's still there. It's still a little bit of advice, and like a lot of the time, I very much talk about things to get a reaction off somebody, to make the people think. Not it's to make me. I talk a lot about my life and like what's going wrong for me, to find out if I'm being a fucking dick, and that's a good thing about you as well. You'll tell me if I'm being fucking right or wrong, and that's what I need. And it's almost like a reassurance. I definitely need reassurance, man, and that's what friends are for. They're there to help to reassure people. And
Absolutely,
you know,
I think for us,
also,
though, I know a lot of friends. They'll shield certain things from that person, thinking they're protecting them, and that's what friendships are.
It's not.
We're not like that at all. We're more in depth. It's more of a brotherhood, and we say shit how it needs to be. And if there's an issue, we tell each other. There's a lot of trust. There's a lot of love there. That's we don't hold back. We don't hide shit. If something needs to be said, we fucking say it, and it always progresses for the best. And then we always realize then at the end, yeah, he's right. Like, I'm gonna listen.
Yeah, definitely. And again, like I learned this for a lot from therapy and stuff like that. Talking's a very good fucking way of helping your fucking brain function and stuff like that. And whereas like the manhood thing was always like, you don't show your emotions, you don't show your feelings, hold on a sec. Come on, Stretch, sort that out. Thank you, baby. I've learned very much so that talking is a fucking major thing that you should do in life. And if you can trust somebody enough to tell them your secrets and tell you how you're feeling, and they're there to listen and not judge and not make you not like you say, not pander on you. I don't think people need to pander on people. If you're wrong, you're wrong, and you need to be told that you're wrong at the end of the day.
That's it.
Do you know what I mean?
There's no like, I think a lot of people have the aspect of wanting to impress everybody, but there's none of that with us. We are just who we are, and we just do our thing, Like I've got my past, you have your past, but what's there to be impressed about?
Man,
most friends will try and impress that other person to gain a friendship, or trying to impress that person just to kind of look better or some shit. But with us, it's like, does it matter?
I don't give a fuck.
We've done this. We're going to do this.
Exactly it, and that's it. And I think that's where the vibe comes from. It's very very well. It's almost like organized really well without us knowing it being organized. If you know what I mean, it's crazy how things just seem to fucking fall in place. I mean, can you remember about what 4 months ago? I think we were both going through little fucking crises and stuff like that, and stuff started happening, and like in a good way for both of us.
Yeah.
And it was really weird because we both sat there talking about how shit things were. And then all of a sudden, for both of us, things flipped over. I think it was about 6 months ago, actually. It was about 6 months. Do you know what I mean? And know what I'm talking about?
There's a lot of shit too. And I think it dragged us both down. But because we had each other's back, we managed to kind of tackle each other's issues for each other. And then we pushed on. And now we've got a podcast. We're sat chilling. We're having a banter with people.
Exactly. I think it's weird because it's like almost like something's going good for me and it's going shit for you. So I'm there to talk to you about the good things, and then it'll flip around. It'll go shit for me and it's going good for you. And it's almost like you'll turn around and say, well, actually, mate, it was going good for you, previously. There's no harm in it. It's going to come back and go good for you again, and it's just that little bit of fucking pushing and making you feel good. Do you know what I mean? And it's not making you feel good, like I said about the pandering side of thing. It's making you feel good that you are actually a fucking human being and actually a genuinely fucking good person. And life will fucking test us here and there and push us to our limits, to the point where we think like nobody fucking likes us or hates us. But at the end of the day, we've got each other, man. It's fucking insane. Yeah, but no, do you know what I mean? If I like, if you had the feeling that I disliked you, or no, let me say, I'll say it the other way around. If you dislike me, I'd be fucking gutted.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
I would be. I don't think.
Whereas if other people don't like you, if other people don't like you, it's like I don't give a fuck. But when you've got such a close bond with somebody, the thought of you disliking me would fucking drive me insane.
Well, look at that one weekend. I don't even know where it was. It was a couple months back. There's I think it was a whole 3.5, 4 days. Either you were on and I was off, and then I was on and you were off, and we were doing something. We were that busy, we didn't even manage to text each other. And then I think come the Monday or come the Tuesday, it's like the fuck's happened? It feels like we've not spoken to each other in years. I don't like this. Fucking
Yeah, I
we
know, right?
start for about 2 hours speaking utter shite before actually going on and playing Call of Duty, you know.
Yeah,
And I like that
Yeah.
aspect. Obviously, again, the distance is there, and half the time that doesn't matter. There's people you could live next door to your best mate, and still sometimes you wouldn't feel that close a bond, you know.
yeah, definitely. I totally agree with that. Totally agree with that.
Trust and loyalty is a big factor on it, and being upfront,
Definitely.
respectable about it, and it progresses. Friendships can progress into a brotherhood if you let it,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, you're right there, Hal. Yeah, genuine people, mate. It's a genuine friendship. There's no like hiding. There's no like I won't turn off the Xbox and go fuck me. He's doing my head in. Do you know what I mean? If he was doing my head in, I'd tell him straight up like
Yeah.
Jace, you're fucking doing my tits in tonight, mate. Do you know what I mean?
We do that though, and you know what? Half the time I do it on purpose. I love annoying people, and I'm good at it. You know,
You're very fucking good at it,
I'm
mate. Very
fucking
good
great
at
it.
it.
Even
Like-
during Call of Duty games, I'd be shining a laser in your eyes or pissing you off, or doing something to annoy you. And
Yeah.
It's great.
But it's funny. It's like
It is,
most
I
people
mean,
would fucking get really shitty with it, and I can't do that. I can't because I think we've genuinely got the same sense of humor as well. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
It's
we do absolutely. Oh, what's that?
what's that? Hold on. I feel like the distance almost helps the bond. If you can bond over the distance, then it must be something special. Exactly. That Alex, you're
Yeah.
right there. If you can get on without being in physical contact with somebody, then I think once you actually become not physical, but actually be in the presence of the other person, then yeah, it's a massive thing. 100%. I totally agree with that.
For
Sorry, Hal,
distance,
what were you saying?
a lot of it's a lot about trust, isn't it? You need that trust.
Yeah,
For
it
various
is.
aspects. Obviously, it doesn't matter what the relationship is. It could be an actual relationship or a friendship, brotherhood, whatever. I mean, it's
Yeah.
all aspects. Everything really does narrow down to trust.
Definitely. Well, definitely. I think if you know somebody's loyal to you, it's the same, like you say, it's the same as a relationship. If somebody's giving you time, somebody's being loyal to you, somebody's being appreciative, showing love, whether it's a friendship or not, it's still showing love. I think all we want in life sometimes is love and appreciation of somebody. And if a friend
Yeah.
can give that, then that friendship will fucking last forever. And it's the same as a relationship that will last. If somebody's doing something right, why fucking throw that away with a friendship? Why not make contact with that person? Why not talk all the time? It's like, fuck, this person's actually making effort. Go for it, man. Fucking speak to the person. They're your friend. They're actually fucking there to check out and see if you're all right. Do you know what I mean? And it's easy to, and I know depression can be a massive thing with that, where I've had depression where friends, like somebody will say to me, I'll be like, oh my God, I'm fucking blah, blah, blah. I feel like shit. Nobody loves me. But it's me who's turning my phone over and ignoring people that are trying to ring me or trying to fucking message me. Depression's a massive thing with that. It's easy sometimes to close the door and fucking close your eyes and forget the world's going on and just sleep your life away. And it's like, fuck, man, we ain't got long. I'm 42 next month. And it's like, Jesus Christ, man. If I genuinely think about it, I haven't got much fucking time left on this planet in reality, mate. And it's like, why waste those years now fucking worrying about what's going on, and instead of going out and actually fucking enjoying it and actually being, taking chances again. I'm a massive fucking believer in taking chances, and it's like, take chance with the friendship, take chance with the relationship. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work,
For men, it's different. For it would be with women. I know women, they all have their little clusters, they all do their little thing and go to the bathroom together, all that random bullshit.
Yeah.
Men, it's different. Men with it's I think it's a need. Like, if a man has a relationship with a girl, that's fine, because that's their relationship, yeah. But a man needs to have that sense of a brother right there next to him. I think it's hard to explain.
It probably goes back to like caveman days, basically.
Yeah,
mate,
exactly. Yeah,
being a protector, being a protector. A man's natural feeling is being a protector.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that goes the same as in a friendship or a relationship or a partnership. And you want to be the protector, and you want to actually fucking look after that person and make sure their well-being's okay. And I think genuinely, if you've got a good heart and you fucking think about somebody more than you think about yourself, that's a fucking huge thing.
Yeah,
it's genuinely a huge thing. Take all your fucking ups and downs and your wrongs, and actually think about the person. That's probably, their issues are probably what seem less, but to them it seems so much fucking more. Do you know what I mean? And it's easing that person. Jesus Christ. Yeah, but did you get what I'm saying with that? It's like, you know, it's that's a true bond, and it's a true, like Hal just said, it's a true bond, it's a true fucking it's a true partnership, it's a true relationship. If you can give somebody everything,
like you said it yourself, it could be caveman things, but it stems through military aspects as well. I'm not talking about just modern military. You know, you like, for instance, Catterick. You'd be everybody that's in the army here in the UK is stationed at Catterick. There is little bases around the and forts and shit like that around the country, but Catterick ultimately is where you go to train. You could train with that one guy who becomes your brother, and you have his back throughout war. But even back when, say, the Spartan times, Viking times, medieval times, you always had that buddy. It's like a buddy system.
Yeah, of course.
Like, even on Call of Duty, we run that buddy system well. You know, we play with each other that much. We know what we do.
Yeah.
And I think it's an unspoken part too. Like, speaking about it, it's fantastic. It's great. But having that unspoken bond about it too is absolutely on par. It's there, you know?
Well, you love what I do in Call of Duty, because obviously I run in and start shooting every cunt, and then I die, and then you finish them off for me. So,
and then no one knows. That's it.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, use me for a little bit of cannon fodder, finish off the kills, and then I come back. It's great.
That's it. It's a brotherhood. I use you as a shield. I run in, I take the kill. We get the win, then we both win.
Both win at the end of the day, but hey ho, you know, it's like I'm just a little bit too gung ho in that game. I fucking love it. I love going into fucking battle, mate, and I love the fact that you sit back and just wait a little bit longer. You're like, I know Kev's going to go in there in a minute. There's 4 of them. He's going to go and he'll hit every single one of them about 3 times each, and they've got a little bit of energy left, and then I'll finish them off. It's fucking great.
Not just you though. I do that with everybody. Honestly,
I know you do, dude.
There's I use people as bait quite well. You know, and but there's sometimes I'll be the first one in. I'll run in. I'll start fucking zipping around, and my sensitivity is high as fuck. Like, But it's fucking so Call of Duty. Yeah, even playing online, it's there. The brotherhood's there. The aspect of it, it's the buddy system.
Definitely.
You know? But I mean, unlike women, as guys, we don't actually go to the bathroom together unless it's at a bar or a club, and we generally both need to piss. We don't sit and stare at each other and take fucking selfies like the women do, you know.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, the blokes' toilets are never nice enough to take a fucking selfie in anyway. There's something about the men's toilets. You know, when you actually like float into the toilet and float back out because of the piss on the floor, that's it.
Like Gordon Ramsay's kitchen nightmares, man.
Yeah, you'd never ever want to spend any time in the fucking bathroom when you go out. 100%.
And that's why you do generally see most men pissing outside, because that gust of fresh air on your balls and in your fucking
it's
face,
beautiful.
When you're in that cubicle or even a line of fucking whatever it is you're pissing on inside the bathroom, all you're smelling is other cunts piss and urine, and it's not fucking good.
No, it's fucking...
So we don't do what women do, you know.
No, 100% not. It's a different, but then again, you know, like we're saying brotherhood and friendship and stuff, you know, women have got a different kind of fucking brotherhood and or sisterhood or whatever they fucking call it. You know, it's like, and I get it. It's a nice thing if women can be like that with each other and have that close bond. It's a nice thing. We're not just sat here saying, "Oh, blokes do this, blokes do that." You know, we understand that women do what they've got to do. It's
Absolutely.
just it's a very different aspect of friendship. You know, and it's
I wouldn't be able to comment on how women have it either, because again, we're men. We know how we have it. We know how we construe our brotherhoods and our friendships, and how it's supposed to be for us. But
yeah,
women are different. I don't know how a woman would have her sisterhood, if you want, or friendship.
But then, like we say, we're here doing a fucking podcast, 2 men talking about how we are. You know, we don't know what they're up to. If they want to do that, they can go and start their own podcast and talk about how women fucking react and stuff. It's not us being sexist or anything, guys. It's just like, this is how we explain from our points of view and stuff like that. I have no idea what women do in fucking bathrooms, and do you know what I mean? It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, I know what they do in the kitchen, but not the bathroom.
Oh, I didn't say anything there, guys. That wasn't me.
Kev told me to say it.
Fuck off.
Yeah. So no, it's great. It's the thing, isn't it? Friendships, brotherhoods, and they are so different. They're similar,
they are
but
really
different.
Yeah, it's a different reaction of different people, and it's a crazy fucking thing. And friendships are like, I think everybody has got somebody in their life. I think whether it's even if it's a parent or a fucking relative, do you know what I mean? There's somebody that you are close to and you know you want to be around. Yeah, so you know, I do feel sorry for some people that haven't got many friends or feel quite fucking like closed up, and I think we all need somebody.
I mean,
Of course, I think depression's a massive thing on that as well. Definitely, it's like that closing off kind of thing, and people that don't realize they've got depression.
Sometimes it's a trust issue as well. I know a lot of people don't trust, so they tend not to be around people. Like for guys, for girls, whatever. Trust is always a factor that needs to be there for pretty much anything, really, isn't it? I mean, even going to the shop and buying something that's in date, you need to trust that it's actually in date, that it's fresh. You know, you're not going to take it home, open it, and it's all rotten. Trust is a big factor in everything that we do.
Definitely. And it's that, I think it's that fear of rejection and stuff as well. You know, you don't want to be, I think a lot of people like say you break a friendship or something like that, it genuinely fucking rips people apart. And it's that whole thing. If I don't know too many people, or I don't have a friendship, like have many people in a friendship, I can't be hurt. Do you know what I mean? And I've had that before. I've had the less people I know, the less hurt that's in my life, or the less drama that's in my life. So the more I fucking shut myself off, the less I've got to go through. It might be a selfish kind of thing, but to be honest, it's like I can't be asked for fucking drama and shit anymore. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, at one point in my life, I quite enjoyed the conflict, the drama, but now it's like I prefer physical conflict and a good argument, you know. But drama-wise, I can't be fucked with.
No,
can't be fucked with it. But at least with us, we don't have that, you know.
No, I think it's unnecessary drama. I think it's drama that's there that doesn't need to be there, and it's like it's that whole fucking people are trying to fucking poke that stick as much as they can to get you to bite, and it's like I'd rather be well away from that kind of bullshit, you know. And that does happen in a group of friends. You'll find that the majority, like normal friendship groups, you've got 5 or 6 people that hang around together, and I'd say like 2 of those people won't get on with somebody. Do you know what I mean? There's always that little bit of fucking somebody doesn't like somebody. Do you know what I mean? And there's always going to be
that group of friends that all hang out and they love hanging out and they'll all be out with each other at the weekends, or they'll all be with each other at weekends, gaming through the week, working, whatever it is. But even with, like, say you've got 5 or 6 people, you'll still have 2 of them people that have a stronger bond with each other than anybody else, and they'll be with each other more than they would be with the group. But the group are together, you know. It's like, I don't know how a group would be put forward. Maybe that would be a friendship because there's more than 2, you know. But with maybe 2 of us, different. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe there's jealousy involved as well. It's like, you know, I want to get on with that person, and that person wants to get on with that person more. And I think jealousy can be a big fucking friendship breaker, massively.
I have never really experienced much for jealousy on friendships. Not much for past relationships either. I get territorial sometimes in a relationship, like
definitely.
But jealousy, I don't know. If something's going to happen, it's going to happen. You know, there's no point being jealous about it and try to stop it from happening.
Nah.
But
I'm a big. Oh, sorry, mate. Go on.
No, I was just like, it goes back to the trust. When you've got a lot of trust, there's not much room to be jealous. You know, trust really does trump jealousy. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
So that's a good factor on that.
I think it's like going to a relationship. Like I'm very much if I'm with somebody, I'm with somebody. That's it. You know, there's no fucking secret messages. There's no fucking talking to anybody else, any other women. If somebody messages me, I'm polite to them, but I'm like, look, I'm in a relationship and stuff like that. You know, I'm not a one night stand kind of guy or anything like that. But for a woman to trust that, or a man to trust that, can be a massive thing, you know. And it's like, I think especially like I've been cheated on, I've been fucking hurt, and it still plays on your mind like somebody is going to do that to you, and it's a fucking 100%. Hard thing to get out of your head. It really is. And it's
we've all had it.
And the thing is, like, the thing is, like, you go into another relationship thinking, right, I really like this person, but are they going to hurt me? And it's that fear factor. And sometimes it's easier to push somebody away than actually fucking get involved in that, if you know what I mean.
Experiencing the hurt again, right?
The hurt, this is it, is this hurt thing that it's like, if I don't get in that relationship, then I can't be hurt. But then again, that person could be the best person in the world for me. Do you know what I mean? But because your own fucking mental state saying, no, I'm going to be hurt, I'm going to be hurt, you end up pushing that person away, and you actually regret it in the long run. You know, it's
friendships
crazy.
and brotherhoods, it's a scenario of just being there and having trust. But in a relationship, it's like a fight or flight. You're gonna fight for it, or are you gonna run from it? You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody has their past on relationships. Everybody's had a relationship where they've been dicked on or dumped on or whatever the fuck it is. And I don't mean kinkiness or eroticness. Like, I generally mean like you get yourself fucked. You go into another relationship and you're trying to, I don't know, do you fight to have that relationship and progress on from it, knowing that it's not going to happen again, or do you run away thinking, what if it does happen again? You know? Yeah,
exactly. But I think you always got that little like thing in the back of your head that it's going to happen again, or you can't push away what's happened in your previous relationship, and you think it's going to happen again, or is the whole thing where I see it on TikTok, and you know, me and you are both fucking TikTok fucking whores at the end of the day. I can't deny that. But I see it a lot, like women like saying, "Oh, all men are fucking cheating bastards," or all men are horrible, all men are this, and it's like, do you know what? I'm like, fuck you, man. You genuinely, because you're going for the fuck boys, or you're going for the people that are going to do that. That's your decision. But there's fucking there's people out there that are genuinely fucking good human beings, and they want the best for you. And then, you know, it's the whole thing. Like, I know it sounds really cliche, but like, nice guys finish last. I fucking 100% agree with that. I fucking 100% agree with that, because we do. You genuinely do. You get fucking pushed away because it's like, I don't know whether it's because there's no excitement in it. There's no, you know, you're not this fucking drug dealer. You're not this fucking bad boy going out fighting. And then I'm like, do you really want that in your life? Do you really want that fucking, again, drama in your life? Do you know what I mean? It's like, I know you're, I know, but no, but you fucking like, yeah, but how much has your life changed in a lot, and like literally from your past to now? You know, you've got to look at it like that.
From what I had and what it was and everything I'd done. Yeah, my life has definitely changed a lot more. It's definitely. I think people say, "Oh, people don't change," but you know what? People do change if they're not pushed to change. And from where I've went, or sorry, where I've came from to where I'm going, I've changed quite a bit. I think I've noticed a change in myself.
In the whole year that I've known you, you've flipped massively. Like you've changed rapidly. You've gone from this not aggressive. Like, I know what you're like and stuff like that, and I'm not going to sit here and say you're this, that, and that. But you've gone from this fucking hard. No, hear me out. Like you've gone from this hard-faced person to actually genuinely being, and I'm not going to fucking make you out to be a pussy or anything like that, but you've gone to somebody that actually gives a fuck when somebody means something to you. Do you understand what I mean?
Like, I am a pussy, and if anybody wants to have a wrestle or a tug, or, you know, I'm game for it.
No, we're not talking about sex again, okay? But what I'm saying is, it's like, you know, it's I've seen you change in that. Like, I know you're a hard-faced fucker, but you're more caring to me than I've ever known anybody to be. Do you know what I mean? And it's like,
it narrows down to brotherhood, doesn't it?
100%. This is what I'm saying.
I have no idea what that is.
No, I have no idea what that is. Sorry, guys.
That's love notes.
Yeah, we get little love notes in our eyes and stuff like that. But yeah, it's you know, like I said, like seeing you change from that within a year to how your life's going and how your I'd say your relationship's going as well. I think that's changed massively.
I think people will change if they're not prompted to, if they're not told to, or they're not forced to. They'll change on their own accord, and they'll always.
Sorry, I just read that. Yeah.
They'll change on their own accord, and I think having a brotherhood or relationship, and without talking about change, but being encouraged on, say, wanting to change, it does. It manifests into something great. I mean, our relationship, our brotherhood is fucking great, you know, and 100%. That's because we molded each other and we've continued to go on, and we continue to forge through it. And I think again, that's what brotherhoods, friendships, relationships, families, everything like that, they all need that, you know.
Definitely. And like saying about family and stuff as well, you know, blood. They say blood is thicker than water, and it's like it's not, man. I've got more respect for you as a brother that's not blood related than a lot of family members and stuff like that, you know. And family's family at the end of the day. They're always going to be your family to a certain extent, but they're not always there for you. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah. Just
I've
because
got
you
a
have,
massive family. I've got a
I
huge
have
family.
a massive family too on both sides, father and mother side. But just because they're your family, you share your blood, doesn't mean they're going to be there for you.
No,
They're not under no
100%.
obligation to do so. But when
No.
you find and create your own family like we have,
Yeah.
it's there because that's what families are supposed to do.
I think that's like going back to the relationship thing as well, because you get to have that trust for somebody where you're going to build your own family from that as well. Do you know what I mean? That's going to be your family. So you want that relationship to be really good, that you can actually trust somebody to have kids with, or have their family involved in your family, and it just like it spreads out. Do you know what I mean? It's that trust factor as well, that these people are going to be there for the rest of your life, and it doesn't always go right.
Yeah. So it's like blood is thicker than water, right? But water is cleaner than blood. So just because you got each other's blood doesn't mean you got each other's back.
No.
Having it out there in the open and showing everybody that that's exactly what you need, and having someone watching your back by your side, standing toe to toe, people will see that and think, yeah, that's what I want. That's amazing. That's it. They have it. They've got it.
Yeah,
know?
definitely. No, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I know it's nice to be there for people and actually fucking, you know. Sorry, I'm just gonna have a look into the chat and see what people are. That's how I feel. There are more good and bad, but the bad ones are the ones that you're right there, Hal.
Yeah.
You definitely fucking look at the bad. I think that goes for anything. Like people are quick to fucking moan about things. This goes on to like, even goes into retail and stuff like that. You know, people are quick to moan and fucking want their money back and stuff. But when you actually provide a good service, provide a good relationship, people don't fucking say anything. Do you know what I mean? They fucking, you know, whereas you'll quite easily go onto a fucking website and say, oh, their food was shit or their hospitality was really bad. And it's the same with, again, going back to a relationship. You're quick to go and moan to your friends about how shit they are, but you won't go and tell them how good somebody is or how fucking nice they are or what they've done last week. It's always the shit things that you go to, and it's always the shit things that you fucking moan about. Same as friendship, you know, look what he did the other night, he was a right dickhead when we were out, but last week he was there fucking helping me put a fucking tire on my car. Do you know what I mean? But they won't talk about that shit. It's a fucking weird world, man.
Today, for instance, in aspects of our brotherhood, our friendship, right? I was playing Call of Duty, I don't know, a couple hours of my own. Kevin, the unsociable prick, decided to go to sleep. Why would you do that?
I'm fucking poorly, you cunt.
But that's the thing.
Oh, I could say that when you're fucking working all night and I'm there and I've got a day off and you're sleeping all day, you fucking prick.
I was going to say, it's nothing to do with me being at work, because you go to bed at about 9 o'clock, you cunt.
I am fucking old, man. I like going, I like chilling out and watching something before I get a good night's sleep.
I go to bed. I don't like this.
And then what happens? I'm usually sat up till 1 o'clock in the morning because you fucking moaned at me enough.
I do.
And then the next day I'm fucking dying.
I was like, sometimes I'll purposely die on Call of Duty when he dies, and the game ends. It's like, oh shit, fuck, that was a shit game. Should we just go again?
That's the first I fucking heard of that, you prick. Oh, pre-com game. Oh, that doesn't count.
I see everybody dead. And I'm like, fuck it. And then I jump off a building and splat. And I'm like, oh, fuck, this guy came out of nowhere. Do you want to go again? Fine, let's go again.
Wanker. Oh my God. No way. That's fucking good to know. Oh, so that's why you say that doesn't count and stuff like that. We've got to have another one.
Sometimes. So in a way, I was still telling you that's what it is. It doesn't.
I've noticed as well, like if we die in a game, you'll quickly start the game again before I've got time to turn around and say that's it. You're a fucker, man.
Halfway through the game, you can't leave your brothers in a game, you know? Start it fast, get in fast, boom.
You're a fucking prick. I know that now. I'll just turn my fucking computer off next time. Be like, nah, mate.
I know for a fact you wouldn't do it. You couldn't. There's no way. And even if you did, straight away you'd be on the phone. I'm sorry. I didn't really do that. I can't go to sleep.
Like letting you down.
Mad at me.
It is one more. The secret is out. Now I know, man. Now I know. You fucking
Keep going. I do too, because like, if I see you die and I know that you're dead, but because it shows you that like if someone's watching at the top, if no one's watching, everybody else is dead. I'm like, oh, maybe they're just loading up or whatever. I'll jump, and then it's like fucking. We just may as well start again. You know, it's no point continuing, not continuing, turning it off. Fuck that.
That's actually tickled me, man. That's fucking brilliant. I like it. Like, I'd rather die. I'd rather die and start a new game fresh than be on my own.
Or you could put it in another way. I'd rather die than lose my brother.
I fucking love you, dude. I fucking love you, dude.
Yeah, man, I love you too.
Cool, man. That's
definitely.
Cool.
Yeah, so yeah, we all have each other's aspects. We all have
Definitely.
each other's opinions on it, you know.
Definitely, but it's good to have opinions. Obviously, that's why the whole reason we made this as well is because we have different opinions. But it's also nice hearing opinions from you guys out there as well. Yeah. And obviously, like you've mentioned, like different podcasts that you want us to do and stuff like that. We have taken note of it, guys. Don't think we've just started this one and not taken note. We are going to do different things. We've got a couple of ideas. I think Jay's came up with like 6 months worth of fucking ideas yesterday. So
that was it, yeah, because I went AWOL over the weekend, and the first time I spoke to both Kev and he was stretched in the background. I was like, so I've got an idea. And I just sprouted off a shit ton of ideas. And then it's like, oh yeah, so that's what you've been doing all weekend. But for next week, we have our idea. Yeah. And I know there's some people watching right now. So our idea next week will be focusing on the likes of CBD, medicinal stuff, drugs, whether it's helped, whether it's destroyed things, stuff like that. You know, like it's not always going to be meaningful shit like it is today. And then last week, next week, it's going to be. It might hit people at home. It might be recreational.
I genuinely think it's going to be a hard hitter next week. Definitely, I've got personal experience due to that kind of thing as well. Yeah. So. And stuff that's really ripped my fucking family and myself apart and stuff. So it's going to be a hard hitter without a doubt, you know. So hopefully you guys will come in and like watch that. And I think it's genuine to say that pretty much most of the people that have sat and watched our streams, I can imagine that you have dabbled in something once or twice at least. And whether it's fucking affected you in a good way or a bad way, I think you can still respect what we're going to go through. And like say, we're going to go through the medicinal side and stuff like that. So, you know, there is.
I'd just like to put out there that I've never touched drugs in my life.
Oh man, I tell you what. See, this is what I'm talking about, man. I'll have you know, Jace. I think the first time I met you, you were talking about how much you like to fucking. Yeah, no, I'm not going to go there, but
yeah, that'll be next
we'll go there next week with that. yeah, definitely. But you know, it's yeah, it's going to be a bit of a hard hitter next week, definitely. Yeah. Just before we. I don't know if we're going to go in I think we've got like 10 minutes to go. We might go a little bit longer, but guys, we have got Spotify. If you want to go and listen to the podcast on another day, or if you've missed it, or you've only been able to come in for a little bit of it, you can always go to our Spotify and follow us on there, and you can listen to the podcast on there. We've got obviously the YouTube, which you can go back and watch the VODs and watch them again. You've got Jace's stream that he's still not fucking got up and running yet, which is Morbid Scotsman on Twitch. You've got myself, Sailor Kev on Twitch. We're both on Instagram as well, so if you want to follow us on there, that's always cool. But yeah, it's fucking. I'm genuinely actually looking forward to next week's podcast, to be honest.
Yeah, what Makarov was saying about prescription medication, that's definitely something we're going to talk about as well. It's not just going to be on recreational drugs, i.e. cocaine, ecstasy, weed, whatever. It's going to be prescription drugs as well.
Yeah, like antidepressants and stuff like that, even steroids. And you know, I've been down that route, so I can talk about that a lot. And
one thing I've never been down, I've never been down that route.
Yeah, well, I have, so we can bring that up, so it's not an issue. So talk about that, but that's obviously next week's fucking thing as well. Guys, if you do have any more ideas, please chuck them up in this. We can have a look and we can take note off these. If you've got anything you want us to talk about still, like I said, don't think we have missed anything that you guys have said so far. We have got it all written down and we are going to go into it. Obviously, we can only do a certain amount each week, but we're definitely going to go into a lot of things. We've got a lot of things lined up and it's going to be good. It's going to be really good.
Yeah, we do. We've got a good couple of months worth of material. I
Definitely.
think once we're a little bit more established and we get a little bit more views, then we're going to bring in
Special
certain people to
guests.
chat shit with. Yeah, special guests.
Yeah.
My neighbor, he's going to be coming in. That's going to be great and interesting. It's going to be something at least.
It's going to be scary, I think. You know, that
Yeah.
is it's in a good
I
way
think what
though.
we're
But
going
it'll
to
be
do for some aspects of conversations, we might extend podcasts to an hour 30. Some of
Yeah.
them will be an hour. This one here, this is an hour long, but
Yeah.
with special guests as well, we might push that to a 2 hour podcast thing because that's not always going to happen. So for half an hour or an hour, we could be chatting shit, you know,
Yeah.
and then the other hour it could be the guests chatting shit. And I know that the certain guests will be coming in and they'll have their views on their topic of what they're saying. So obviously we'll have our questions, you guys will have your questions, and we get to ask them the questions, put them on the spot as well, and watch them sync if they don't. 'cause
Nice
this
reactions. Yeah,
yeah.
reactions will always be fun.
This is
Especially with us two. We're fucking assholes, man.
Absolutely, I am for definite. So like this
Yeah.
isn't scripted whatsoever. So
Not one bit.
when
Not one
a
bit.
special guest comes in, he's getting asked what the fuck we want. This is
Yeah.
our fucking shit. This isn't
Yeah.
like some commercial shit over in America with Joe Rogan or Mike Tyson doing the hot boxing. We're going to ask stuff that's out there, you know.
Yeah.
So
Push the limits, should we say? So
yeah.
I mean, I genuinely like this one to go longer, but honestly, guys, I'd say now I'm really feeling unwell at the moment. I was genuinely nearly cancelled this tonight, so I'm feeling really shit. Jason feeling too great himself, and he's got work tonight. But I would love to go for an hour and a half, but I'm genuinely feeling really fucking rough. I said, we nearly cancelled tonight, but I wanted to do it, so I do apologise that it's not an extended version of this tonight. But
next week,
yeah,
when we're doing our medicinals, drugs, all that sort of thing. I think what we're going to do, we're going to keep it to an hour unless there's a little bit more people that are having a discussion about it and have more questions and want to be involved, in which case we'll put it to an hour and a half. So next week we will schedule it for an hour and a half, but it might cut short if, you know, we need it to be.
Yeah. You might actually find out we might extend it. It's how the flow goes. I think genuinely I'm finding it really difficult to fucking talk at the moment. My throat's hurting and I feel really shit. So
I'm feeling shit.
Yeah,
My sinuses are fucked.
I genuinely feel sorry and apologize to you guys out there for feeling like this and not actually being so enthusiastic as probably we were last week. Or I can pretty much guarantee next week,
guys. I'm sorry that you guys are feeling fine and I'm shit.
Yeah. Cheers for that. Oh, thanks, Hal. Nah, thank you, mate. See, we said that, and then I looked over to the chat, and Hal's there saying, "I hope you feel both feel better." And I'm like, "Oh, what a cunt!"
I'm a cunt. They all know I'm a cunt. I would rather you guys ill than I, you know. But
yeah, well, the thing is, if they're ill, they can sit and watch us and be ill. We, you know, it's not fair us being ill.
Exactly, that's it. I don't even know.
I find it a little bit selfish, actually, you guys. I think you should all go out and start licking pavements and trying to find that illness.
Yeah, 100%. Or you know what? Give me your PO boxes. I'll lick a stamp and send it to
you. Yes. You both need to man it. Wow, Stretch. You've just pushed the fucking boat there, man. Do you know what I mean? The guy who wasn't he like he didn't want to play games or talk yesterday because he had toothache or something?
Yeah, he didn't want to. Didn't want to converse. He couldn't talk with us. He couldn't eat solids.
And what we were like, oh man, toothache sucks, man. I hope you feel better, and like genuinely showing as much love as we could to Stretch because that's the kind of guys we are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I might have mentioned the fact that I'm glad it was him and not me, but I still, you know.
Oh, it's nice being an asshole. It really is.
If you're good at it, right?
If you're good at it, mate, it's a fucking banging thing. But yeah. So, guys, obviously, I think next week's going to be really, really interesting. A really, really good topic. Something that I think both me and Jace can literally talk about for hours. I'm not saying we're Mr. fucking druggies or anything like that, but it's something that we both experienced and both partaked.
That though the topic's going to be on drugs and recreational shit, I can say cocaine fine, but there's some pharmaceutical drugs I can't say. So I'm going to try and say them, and it might come out fucking wrong, or
Also-
like I've just been licking a fucking tomato or some shit, but it's gonna come out.
Just to put it out there, guys, as well, if you're watching this on the VOD afterwards, and you can't understand what word this Scottish cunt's saying, there is subtitles down below, so you can always click that one.
Yeah.
Whether they understand him too, that's a different fucking story. But
I've tried to speak as clear as I can throughout the podcast.
I genuinely think your tone and that is very understandable. But I've been around people like the forces and that where I've dealt with people like that. But so I don't know. But I think you're
You know what?
I
have
can
to
understand
tone
you
it
very
down
well.
quite a lot for likes of everybody. Everybody, like most of the English clan members, most of the fucking America or the Canadian. You know, I have to tone it down a bit. I speak a lot faster than normal. This
Yeah.
takes a lot of strength to talk like this. You know.
Yeah, definitely. I can understand you though, mate. It's crazy. I can literally like understand it. Like even when we talk
It's-
on the phone and that.
It's when I get pissed off or angry during the game, then I can't control me being so what I am right now. I go at it, and then honestly, most people can't understand a fucking thing I'm saying. I go fast as fuck. The aggression's there. It's great. But,
Yeah, it is fun. It's definitely
you
fun.
know, but that was I think that's us now, guys. That's an hour.
Yeah.
We're feeling shit. I've got work tonight too.
I feel
so-
fucking terrible, man. I literally feel my eyes fucking getting like heavier and heavier. So but thank you guys for all coming in, all watching, the ones that are here, the ones that are in chat. Really genuinely appreciate every single one of you.
Yeah.
Again, if you're watching this on the VOD, thank you for watching. We've noticed the views are going up, the subscriptions are going up. So if you guys have like said to your friends and that to actually subscribe, we both genuinely appreciate that, whether they're watching or not. It's a totally different thing, but you're really helping us and supporting us, which is fucking awesome.
I know we can do this next week and have your own views on the matter. We will be. This conversation here that we had was more about me and Kev's reflections on brotherhood. But next week, it's going to be our opinions on the drugs and personal use of it. But we're going to be bringing the chat a little bit more in. So if you have your views on it, or if you've seen people that have views on it, say it. Be there.
And honestly, guys, genuinely, if you don't agree with us, don't be afraid to fucking chuck in that chat. We're not going to fucking go at you. We want to find an understanding from other people's views. So we genuinely love hearing that. So don't think we're going to fucking bite your heads off or anything like that. We do say what we want to say, but it's also a learning experience for us both. We've both been in that environment, but we both I think in any like forms of life, you're always learning. So if you've got a better view of something, you know, an opinion, it might actually change our fucking thoughts on things. So don't be afraid to put anything in the chat. It's 100% there. That's the reason we want to do this. We want people to open up and actually share their experiences. And if you don't agree with us, you don't agree with us. It's fucking fine. And we're not going to cry about it. Do you know what I mean? We're going to still have our opinions, but your opinion could mean a lot to us at the end of the day and actually change our views on a lot of things. So don't be afraid to put it in there.
I mean, I'll take your opinion into consideration, but it probably won't change my views. Let's fucking face it. I'm strong-willed and fucking hard-headed. I'm as stubborn as they come.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? It's nice to hear people's reviews and people's reactions
absolutely.
on certain
Yeah.
things. You know,
Everybody loves a fucking debate.
Yeah, but there's also like there's drugs I haven't done, and there's drugs like even like going into antidepressants and stuff like that. There's stuff that I haven't touched, and it's nice to get a little view of what people have fucking done and what experiences they've had from it, and whether you think it's good or bad, that's another thing, you know. And yeah, but anyway, guys, we just went over an hour, but we're going to knock it on the head here. Thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate it from myself and from Jace. Thank you so much.
Yeah, guys, I'll see you all soon next week.
We'll see you all next week for the for another fucking episode. But take it easy, guys. Much appreciated and much love. Take it easy.
Cheers, guys.